Let's welcome our military members in. Great job, everybody. Well, welcome to our 6th annual Military Appreciation Day here at Berkeley High School. We are glad you can be here with us. If you don't know who we are the United States History teaching team, and I'm going to give everyone a chance to introduce themselves. I'm Jennifer Simone.
Hi, I'm Angie Church. Hi, I'm Brittany Vaughn.
Good morning, Dan Inman.
This teaching team, along with all of the U.S. history students behind you, have put together this event for you. So we're really, really excited. And so we're going to kick this off today with our jazz band under the direction of Adam Collins. So take it away.
about that jazz band? Yeah? Yeah. Next is a very important part of our ceremony today. We have the presentation of the flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, our student leadership has the pleasure of leading us in the pledge today, so I'm going to call upon our student leaders to join us on the stage. Please go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, everyone. We are student leadership, and my name is Ryan Vanderleen. I am the student body president.
Hi, my name is Sari Wise, and I'm the student body vice president.
My name is Matthew Austin, senior class president.
My name is Jalen Willis. I'm the senior class vice president.
Hi, my name is Mitch Laban. I'm the junior class president.
Hi, my name is Lydia Wibbleman, and I'm the junior class vice president.
Hi, I'm Shane Hoskow, and I'm sophomore class president.
Luke Shadowski, sophomore vice president.
And if you would all please turn your attention to the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge the allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next, I'd like to give a thank you to some visitors that we have with us today. From our central office, we have Chris Sandoval, Scott Francis, Jessica Stilger, and Dennis Mcdavid. Could you all just stand for a moment? Appreciations. We feel very supported in that we are able to continue to hold this very important event. We have the support of our central office administrators as well as our building administrators, so we're thrilled to have them with us. Next, we want to give our Superintendent of Schools, Dennis Mcdavid, an opportunity to speak.
Good morning. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you to the Berkeley School District and to Berkeley High School. This is our 6th annual Military Appreciation Day, and it's fast becoming one of those favorite days on the calendar for all of us. It's a day that was conceived of and brought to fruition by our great teachers. Jen Simone and Angie Church led the way early on, and the whole social studies department has joined them. So thank all of you for your work on this. We set today aside to honor your commitment and your service to our country and to learn from you. I think you'll find our students eager to learn from you and to hear your stories. These youngsters who are students today will be our leaders tomorrow. After all, Representative Wittenberg, who's our state representative, was a student here and graduated in 1999, which is not that long ago. So many of you students will assume leadership positions faster than you can imagine. And so today is important to understand why these folks decided to give a good portion of their lives to serve our country and our community. So in the Berkeley School District, we work hard to provide experience and opportunities for these future leaders. We know that it takes all of us to be a great nation, that all of us working together and understanding our agreements and appreciating our disagreements help make us a strong and great nation. So today I want to thank all of you for your service to the country and for spending the time with our students today at Berkeley High School. Thank you so much.
And as Dennis alluded to the idea that we have a representative from Lansing here with us, I get the pleasure of introducing Robert Wittenberg. So Robert, as my former student, it is amazing to see you here today, and I'm thrilled that you are joining us. So can we give a warm welcome to our representative at the state of Michigan, Robert Wittenberg.
That was almost as warm as the welcome for Mr. Inman, so I appreciate that. As Ms. Simone was saying, I'm Robert Wittenberg, state representative. It doesn't feel like that long ago that I was here at Berkeley High School, but I graduated in '99. So any of the students, were any of you born before '99? Okay, all right. So it's been a little bit of time. So don't let the youthful appearance fool you up here. But I appreciate you all having me here today, and of course, more than anything, appreciate the service of the men and women that are sitting right here. And additionally, we always want to give thanks to those who made the ultimate sacrifice serving our country. This year, I had the privilege to be a panelist at a conference in Washington, D.C. called Homefront Rising. It was organized by the Military Spouses Network to encourage their members to be more active and more engaged in the democratic process. And that's something I strongly believe, whether it's through advocacy for returning veterans and their issues, or even running for office. It's more important now than ever to have new voices and unique views speaking about what is going on in our country. The conference was a truly significant event and will help move the needle in the right direction, which is so important because the percentage of our country's population currently serving in the military is somewhere around 0.5% to 1%. So think about that. In the entire country, less than 1% of the people here in the country serve in the military. And our service members and their families are an indispensable part of our society. And it is so critical that we listen to their voices. So that is why I always encourage people who have came back from serving in the military to get involved in our political process. And I actually do serve with multiple veterans in the legislature here in Michigan. There are some veterans that are in their 70s, and we actually have a veteran who is in his who's 22 years old. So it's really, really good to have that perspective in Lansing. And I know you guys have probably heard this before, land of the free, home of the brave. And you've probably also heard land of the free because of the brave. And we are a great nation because of the men and women that are here and the men and the women that have served this country. That is what makes our country great, and we have been great for a long time because you have people like this who stand up against oppression, who stand up against tyranny. And so it's really important that we honor them. And so that's why I am so honored to be here with all of you and to give thanks to all the students that are here. I encourage you, I know you're going to have some time this morning to sit down with the veterans. I encourage you to have a conversation with them, talk to them about why they got involved, talk about their experience, talk about what was good or bad about their experience and how it's impacted their lives and made them who they are today. So with that, again, I just want to thank you for the opportunity to address all of you. I want to thank the high school for doing this program for 6 years now. And again, more than anything, I want to thank the men and women that are sitting right here in front of us. So thank you all for having me here today.
Good morning. It's my honor to introduce our next speaker here from the Berkeley Police Department, Public Safety, Lieutenant Hadfield.
Well, at least they got a short podium this year for me, thank you. There was a rumor that they were going to introduce me as Drew Dog. So welcome to my former teachers for not using Drew Dog as my nickname today. To the students, some of you that know me as Coach, welcome guys. And to our veterans, thank you guys so much for your service. I am Andrew Hadfield, a member of Berkeley as a community, grew up here. I have to follow Robert because I had to follow him in school, and I'm a graduate of 2000. Freedom means to be able to make choices. Some people think freedom from me means to be able to get out of jail, but that's not the freedom we're talking about today. You guys are here making a choice to be a student. I chose to be a police officer. These veterans chose to serve our country so that we can make those choices. Our political environment should not be the deciding factor in any of our actions. We choose to be good citizens just as much as we choose to honor you today. We're here to thank our veterans, to learn about their legacy, to cherish their memory, and to let them know they will never be forgotten. How many people here have someone in the military? Or know someone in the military? Or want to join the military? The future of our freedom comes with a price. It is self-sacrificing our own personal goals to achieve protection and freedom for all of our families' futures. Some of you in here will never join the service, and that's okay. Some of you will, and that is wonderful. What's most important is that we never forget our veterans and what they've done for our country. I am able to come to you today after receiving an education from Berkeley High School because of the freedom these gentlemen have fought to protect. No matter what branch, no matter how big or how little their service, each and every one of them deserves our thanks. To you, our veterans, thank you for coming today to share your stories, your lives with us. We hope that each of you and each word you share blesses the ears of these children so that they may too understand your sacrifice and love for our country. On behalf of the city of Berkeley, we welcome you and thank you.
Good morning. Next up for our listening pleasure, under the direction of Allie Hodges, is our own Berkeley Encore Choir.
Let you down. the time has come to leave you. One more time, let me kiss you. Close your eyes, I'll be on my way. Dream about the days to come when I won't have to leave alone. About the times that I won't have to say. So kiss me and smile for me. Tell me that you'll wait for me. Hold me like you'll never let me go. I'm leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Leaving on a jet plane. Leaving on a jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Don't know when I'll be back again. Oh, babe, I hate to go.
Thank you to Berkeley High School's Encore Choir, directed by Allie Hodges. How about another round of applause for them? Next, we have a very special presentation from Berkeley High School's Acapella Choir.
Hello, my name is Jalen Willis, and we are the Acapella Choir. We would like to honor our veterans by singing the theme songs for each branch of the armed services. We invite you to stand so that we may recognize you and your service to our country. So when you hear the music of your branch in which you served or are currently serving, please stand. Thank you.
First to fight for the right and to build the nation's might, and the army goes rolling along. Proud of all we have done, fighting till the battle's won, and the army goes rolling along. Then it's hi, hi, hey, the army's on its way. Count off the cadence loud and strong. 2, 3, 4, hot, 2, 3, 4. Wherever we go, you will always know that the army goes rolling along. From the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, we will fight our country's battles in the air, on land and sea. First we fight for right and freedom, and to keep our honor clean. We are proud to claim the title of United States Marines. We're always ready for the call. We place our trust in thee. Through howling gale and shot and shell to win the victory. Semper Paratus is our guide, our happy voyage home. Off we go into the wild blue yonder, climbing high into the sun. Here they come, zooming to meet our thunder. Atom boys, give her the gun. Down we dive, spouting our flame from under. Off with one terrible roar. We live in fame or go down in flame, for nothing can stop the U.S. Air Force.
How wonderful, right? Acapella choir under the direction of Julianne Smith. Amazing. We're going to be doing a little transition here up on the stage, so it's going to take a moment or two to kind of close our curtains, bring down the screen. So just give us a second as we do this little transition. Okay, we're ready to go. So just as we had mentioned, this is our 6th annual Military Appreciation Day. And with the help of the U.S. History students, our administration, which I believe we have 2 in the back. I think there might be Ronald Kane and Andy Malash. Will both of you wave right now? They're in the back. Round of applause for their support today. Our principal, Randall Gowell, could not be with us today. He recently had surgery, and so he could not make his way here due to that. But we are very, very fortunate to be able to have such a supportive administrative staff that allows us to do this crazy event and pull students from classes and disrupt this building in multiple locations. So we are very grateful, and that gives us the opportunity to thank all of you. So if we take a look through our slideshow today, I love this part. John, sorry, I might need the lights because we're going to introduce a few more people. I would like to take the opportunity to kind of point out how broad our span is over time. So as a U.S. history student, as our students know, we love the idea of noticing things over time. So we're going to use our military members right now to showcase a timeline of service. So I'm going to ask if, when I mention a decade in time, if you believe that that kind of represents your service time, I'm going to ask you to stand, and then I'm going to ask you to take a seat, and we're going to work our way back in time. So we're going to start with the current, kind of the 2000s. So 2000s to present, if you believe this represents your service time, would you stand for us, please? And ladies and gentlemen, you can give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. Military members, you can grab a seat. So let's go back another bit. If you believe you represent the 90s, the 1990s, would you stand and acknowledge that time frame? Thank you so much. Going back again to the 1980s. Do we have any members representing the 1980s? And some of you might end up just staying standing, right? So there's a few lifers in there who might. So that was the 1980s. Let's go back to the 1970s. All the way back to the 70s. Thank you. Back a little bit more to the 1960s, if you think this represents your time. Thank you. All right, let's go back one more. 1950s. 1950s. And each year that we have held this, we've been fortunate enough to have people who have served in the 1940s. Is there anyone who represents the 1940s? I'm going to turn this over to my colleague now to guide us through our own personal connection to military service right here at Berkeley.
November is Military Families Appreciation Month, and one of the things we've tried to do as part of this ceremony is to honor men and women who are currently serving, who cannot be here with us today because they are serving. So we invite our students to share with us anyone that they have in their families who might be serving, and it gives us a chance to sort of step back and think about what's happening on a daily basis and how many men and women are serving our country on a daily basis. So this month, we celebrate specifically this week, but it gives us a chance to really think about the families and all of the servicemen and women and how it impacts their families. So the students who shared with us some family members that are currently serving are up here on the screen. So would those students come on up to the stage for us so that you can introduce your family members?
I'm Nikolai Binchis. This is my uncle Douglas. He's been serving for 21 years. He earned the rank of Master Sergeant throughout his years and plans on serving for a couple more years. He is currently stationed in South Korea. He has served in Panama, Iraq, and Afghanistan before. Has received a Purple Heart Medal, multiple Star with Valor, Bronze Star medals, and can speak fluent in Tagalog and Farsi, which is also known as Persian.
Hi, I'm Sawyer Blank. This is my cousin Chris, and he is a staff sergeant in the Air Force. He's a pararescue man, and to become a pararescue man, he had like 12 extra months of camp. He is currently serving in Afghanistan, but he has served in Africa too. He has served for about 4 years, and I saw him when he just got married in September, and now he's back in Afghanistan. He's serving for a long time still.
Hi, my name is Marcela Depaul. Oh, sorry. This is my Uncle Ian. He is an Army sergeant, and he's been serving in New York for 14 years, and that's where he lives. And he spent in Iraq and Afghanistan, and he has about 6 more years to go.
Hi, I'm Eve Pietraszewski. This is my uncle, Thomas R. Gibler. He's a staff sergeant in the United States Marine Corps. He's currently serving in Washington, D.C. at the headquarters for Marine Corps. He's been serving for 16 years, which he's done 4 deployments. And he will be serving for at least 4 more years.
I'm Logan Premer, and
Oh, and I'm Lucas Premer.
this is our cousin Katie Ann. She is serving in the United States Navy, and she is currently stationed in the Naval Air Station at Jacksonville, Florida. And she has served for 7 months and plans to serve for 20 years.
This is our cousin Hunter Walters, and he's serving in the Air Force right now at Joint Base McGuire in New Jersey. He drives the KC-10 aircraft, and he served for 3 years, and he plans to serve for another 3 years.
Let's give all of these families a round of applause. As always, we have lots and lots of thank yous. There's so many people that helped to make this event possible. So if you'll take a look at our long list here, a special thank you to Patricia Vick, Lisa Hyostek, and Alyssa Crosley, who have helped get veterans here, who have helped with logistics. So a special thanks to those 3. This year, we were really fortunate to have the Berkeley School District PTOs support this effort, and we had some financial support from those groups, so we want to make sure that we recognize them. Of course, our musical staff and all of the students. As we mentioned before, our administrators, both here at the high school and at central office, for helping to make this whole event happen. Up in the booth, of course, John Hopkins, we couldn't do this without you, our auditorium manager. Our entire custodial staff, led by Steve Carson, who they think we're crazy, and we're always asking them for all sorts of things. So a big shout out to our custodial staff. And all of the students, not only 9th graders, but the men and women who are upperclassmen and upperclasswomen who have come back and said, how can I volunteer? I want to help. So a big round of applause for all of our students for making this happen. Okay, social media time. We're depending on you, 9th graders. We need whatever social media venue you use. So whatever your Instagram, Twitter, we don't have a Snapchat, but you can snap it. We want you to use our hashtag BHSThankVet. So today, as you're interviewing veterans, as you notice things that are sort of fun, capture, and then use our hashtag so that we can get a sense of what you all captured throughout the day. Veterans, you can go ahead and use our hashtag too. To close our show, our performance by our symphony orchestra, led by John Robertson.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, Berkeley's Symphony Orchestra under the direction of John Robertson. Give him a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, thank them again one more time. If anyone's back there to draw the curtain, they could do that if they'd like. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the performance section of today's program. And then we've got some logistics to handle. So once we get our house lights, we'll be able to send our military members back over to our gymnasiums and get ready for face-to-face conversations. So hold tight, everybody. U.S. history students, stay put for a moment. As the lights come up, military members, if you would rise, we're going to take you back over to our gymnasiums and get you ready. Ladies and gentlemen, can we clap them out, please? I think you can keep it going till everybody leaves.